Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Evil Mage, and today I'm back in Snowrunner. We have 2 more contracts to finish up. One's almost done, and what's left is really simple, so I think I'm going to save that. And for now, I want to finish cement for the region. Okay, so I need to get 4 bags of cement and bring them over here to the lumber mill in Island Lake and this log station right here. Those 2 can be done with the same truck. And then there's also another load that goes to Smithville Dam right up here. And there's one more that goes to Black River right here, the town storage. Now this one I want to do last, because for the other contract that still remains, we also need to bring a couple things up here. We need vehicle spare parts and fuel. That leaves 4 single point things to be delivered to this map, which can be done in one trip. Very simple. So that's my thinking there. Which means, for now, I need to take my Fleet Star and pick up this trailer right here and go down to the quarry to get 4 bags of cement. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's get going here. I've noticed in my last couple videos that you guys seem to be able to hear my controller clicking a lot. I'm sorry about that. I have some filters set up that are supposed to keep everything under like 30 decibels or something like that. Silent. I didn't realize, because I always play with my headphones on, that was so loud. I have to keep the headphones on when I play so that I can hear the game. Oops. Without making it so that my mic will pick up the gameplay too. So I can't imagine my controller is really that loud. Maybe it is. Maybe I need to up the filter to 40. I don't know where to go from there. I don't tend to talk very loud, so I don't want to turn it up too much. Like I have a voice that tends to carry, but because of some medical issues I have, I don't take... I don't know how to word it, but like my voice sometimes is really weak, even though it carries. And other times, like, it's really booming, especially when I get excited about things. I tend to get louder, which most people do, I'm sure, but I don't know. I'm afraid to turn my filter up too high, just because I don't want to filter myself out. As it is, I kind of have to amplify my voice in the videos sometimes. And then there's other nights where I don't. But I don't know. I do have a lot of medical issues, so it's like... I don't know. There were several videos recently, actually, where my voice was really crackly and really quiet. I had to amplify it a bit so that you could hear me better. And I don't know. I feel like turning my filter up, I can always turn it back down when my voice gets like that, I guess, but I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the sound here. Come on. There. Oh, and I don't need these concrete blocks anymore either, do I? Are they packed? They aren't packed. Okay, so I can remove them. Cool. Then I want more fuel. Okay, so now we're on to Smithfield. Ouch. Get some headlights on here. I just heard a tree fall. At least it sounded like it. Whoa, almost dumped a trailer over. Good thing there wasn't a load in it, or I'd have flipped too. For any of you that don't know yet, Phase 9 is out. It's another expansion. And we got a new map, Ontario, Canada. Well, we have 2 new maps in the Ontario, Canada region. So 1 new region with 2 maps on it. And we got, I think, 2 new trucks in that pack as well. Supposedly there's some new add-ons. I haven't figured out what those are yet, but I am looking. So I'll let you know when I figure out what those are. But I'm kind of excited to see what that map has to offer for us. Kind of in a holding pattern on my regular game save because I have something planned for the next episode of my series. And you guys who have seen several videos probably already know what that is. But yeah, I really want to go explore the new map, but I can't without affecting the video I'm trying to make next. So, we'll finish this map here, and who knows, I might even record that other part tonight, just so that I can go play on the new map tomorrow. I'd really like to know, and I've tried finding this out before, if there is a way to duplicate my other save. Because I'd kind of like to continue comparing each different region. Like, the thing I wanted to do for the other map was kind of compare where I sit in the game at the same point, meaning finishing Michigan. Where do I sit in hard mode financially and trucks and all that stuff compared to normal mode? And it's a massive difference. Massive. Hundreds of thousands of dollars different. So I think it'd be kind of interesting to do that after each region. Like if I do Alaska next, how big does that difference grow with each region? Because I know it's going to, but are they all going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars different like that? That'd be kind of crazy. Because there's so many different regions. And I've seen posts, some very old, some relatively new, where people are saying there's really no difference in the game. And I kind of disagree. They make some valid points that, you know, the differences don't seem huge until you play it. Like, they're talking about how none of the game features are any different in the hard mode. They don't change the trucks. They don't change the contracts. They don't change, you know, the gameplay in a sense that they're claiming it doesn't force you into new situations. But it does. The biggest new situation that hard mode makes is keeping you out of the overpowered vehicles. Everybody picks these, you know, like the Tatra 861 is a great mud truck. I can't afford it. I still don't have it. In the easy mode, I use that truck for like 80% of Michigan because it's so good in the mud. I don't even have access to it here. So saying it doesn't force you into new positions, I can't use the loading platform for cement. So I have to pay for that's $600. That's nuts. Whatever. Okay. Anyways. And there's others too. Like some of the best trucks in the early game. In fact, all the best trucks in the early game. Except for like this one and the Western Star, which most of the DLC trucks are even better than those. So it does force you, it forces you to do things in trucks that may not be the best equipped to do it. So it definitely makes the gameplay harder. Granted, it's not new situations, but it puts you in those situations in much worse trucks, much less prepared trucks, especially early. In reality, the hardest part of this game in hard mode is just getting started. Getting just enough money to get a truck that can actually do these jobs. That's the hardest part. Once you have the trucks, the game's not that hard, even in hard mode. But getting the trucks prepared to do the jobs in hard mode is super hard. All right, so we have 4 pallets of cement bags. Now, we need to go through Drummond Island to the gate to Island Lakes. Did I miss my turn off? That wasn't my turn. But I missed my turn. No. I can't believe I did that. Okay, can I back up here? see if I can get this thing backed up. Nope, too hard. Other way, straight. Wrong way. Why is it forcing it that way? No! That's not what I want to do. I backed up a tandem trailer and didn't flip it. It tried a few times, but I did not tip it. I made it all the way up with all 4 bags. Come on. Climb. Okay. One more little hill. Well, big hill, but... Wow. Okay. Keep going. All right. Okay. Paved roads. I saw an achievement for this game that kind of interested me that I don't have yet. I have a lot of them, but it never even occurred to me that this would be one. And that's to drive from one gate all the way to another gate without letting off the gas. I don't even know what map to try that with. Like, this one might be a good one, just because there's like this main path, the one that I'm on, that's all pretty much a main road from one to another. There's nothing really hard between the gate from here to Black River all the way up to Drummond Island. That would probably be the easiest one in the game, I think, to get that achievement with. But you've got to do it. You can't let off the gas pedal. So obviously you need a decent sized fuel tank because you can't stop for gas. And you, like, if you hit even the tiniest little miscalculation, like you hit a rock wrong and it tries to tip you, your instinct's gonna be to let off the gas. Which, unfortunately, in this game, more often than not, is not the right move. The way the physics in this game move, or work, a moving object, you know, if you're moving forward, is less likely to roll over. When you roll over is when you hit those bumps and then you hit the brakes. Not saying if you keep your foot on the gas you won't, but you're less likely to, for some reason. That's just my experience. But I do have, between Snowrunner, Mudrunner, and Spin Tires, probably 3,000 or 4,000 hours in the games. And it really does seem to me like braking when you think you're tipping will make you tip. 100%. Every time. That's just the way it seems to me. I have saved, actually, several rolls by hitting the gas. And I can't really remember hitting the brakes when I'm in danger of rolling ever working for me. I have let off of everything, as in not hit the brakes, but also not hit the gas. Saved rollovers that way several times. In fact, a lot of times that's your best option. Is to just let the momentum go where it wants to go and see if maybe you can steer into the bounce. Kind of like a slide on ice. You steer into it to get traction back under you. The same thing happens when you're bouncing around in this game. If you let the vehicle go where it wants to go, you're more likely to end up on your wheels. Now, that doesn't mean you won't be in a ditch somewhere, but you can get out of a ditch when you're on your wheels, usually, because you still have your winch. When you flip, that winch isn't going to help you. The big trucks do not have autonomous winches unless you're using a mod. You will never have an autonomous winch on a large truck in this game without a mod. So that's kind of my take on that. Is when you're bouncing around, instead of fighting it, just let the vehicle go where it wants to go. You don't have do not hit the brakes, but you also don't necessarily need the gas pedal. Unless there's flat level ground straight ahead and you just want to get to it so that your truck will settle. That's when I hit the gas. It's like, no, I'm almost at the bottom of the hill. It's right there in 20 feet. And I'm bouncing around. I don't feel like I'm in control, but there's level ground right there. I'm going for it. That's my hit the gas situation. Okay, so we're pretty much up the hill now. Oh my, I didn't realize I was out of fuel. All right. I have plenty of fuel around, just not where I am. Okay. We'll go ahead and shut off the engine. Now, what options do I have? I still have my Kodiak. How much fuel is in you? Nothing. Okay, that doesn't help. It wants me to check this out. Yeah. Okay, there. Albany River. That's the new expansion. Albany River and Burned Forest. Anyways, back to where we're at, though. Okay, so I have my Scout with some fuel in the trailer there. And I have my Western Star. I'm disconnected. Okay, good. Didn't need to start that because it's not gonna be running when we get here anyway. Okay. So the Western Star's here and the Scout's over there. That was an awfully big tree to get knocked down like that. Kinda wasn't expecting that. I'm tempted to test it on another tree, but if it was a fluke, I'm gonna damage my other truck. Actually, I just thought of something here. Maybe I want to leave this here for a minute. Okay. Let's use the Scout, because I still have some contests. And I just realized I haven't done any contests in Michigan yet. On the contests, in normal mode, you get unlimited attempts. So I could really throw off my comparison I'm trying to do by overdoing it with contests, which is why I wasn't really doing them yet. But at the same time, I don't know. Come on. Why am I stuck here? Anyways, yeah. In normal mode, you get unlimited attempts. In hard mode, you get 3. That's it. Each contest, you get to try 3 times. And then you're done. So, I probably should do some contests, which I have avoided so far, but so maybe I'll show you the differences without the contests, not doing any of them on either playthrough, and then I'll do the 3 attempts on hard mode, or at least show you an attempt of each one, just because eventually I do want 100% in every region. So, I'm gonna have to do those contests at least once. So maybe I'll do them once after the comparison, just to get the completion, and then go on to new stuff. Oops. I can't believe how bad, well, I can, but how bad some of these scouts do in the mud. They are horrible. And it's basically because of the contact patch. They only have 4 wheels in contact with the ground, where the big trucks have several. Sometimes 8. Well, anywhere from, they can have anywhere from 6 to, what's the biggest one? I think there's a truck that has 12. Actually, the twin steers have 12. Because they're dualies on the 2 back axles, so that's 8. And then regulars up front, so that's 12. But do they have the most tires in the game? Maybe? If you really listen to the sounds going on around you in this game, some of it's really creepy. Especially at night. When you're hearing footsteps of things walking through the woods in the middle of the night. Which happens all the time in this game if you're not paying attention to it. And I know that some of the maps have, like, areas where you can see things in the forest, like wolves or, I think there's, there's elk, I think, in certain part. And I seem to remember something about a Bigfoot. But yeah, sometimes just exploring is cool in this game too. I probably won't do a whole lot of just random driving around on my channel, but I do that in some of my games. According to OBS, none of you can hear that train going by right now, which is insanely loud because I only live like maybe 100 yards from the train tracks. Maybe a little over 100, but definitely within 200 yards. So none of you can hear that train going by right now, and yet my controller clicks in the videos. That blows my mind. Maybe it's something directional. Maybe it's a combination of the volume and the direction and everything else. It's just, I can't understand how you guys can. And I hear it because I've watched, like when I'm doing my editing and stuff, I do all my own editing for those of you that don't know. But when I go through my videos for editing, I hear the clicks for my controller. So I know you guys do. I wish I could get my steering wheel to work in this game. I've tried like a dozen times over the years. This game's been out since what? 2016, maybe? I don't think no, it's not that old. ATS is that old. But yeah, Snowrunner's been out a few years at least. It says year 3 pass, but I have a hard time believing that it's only been 3 years. I don't know. Of course, I did, like I said, I played Mud Runner and I played Spin Tires, and so I might be confused there. I feel like I was talking about something else and then I changed the subject. And now I don't remember what it was. Anyways. Alright. Go find the truck. Should be right around here somewhere. It is. It's right around this corner. Yep. Okay. I got some fuel for you, Fleet Star. All right. Wait, what? My scout trailer only has... That's it? Okay. Interesting. Stop engine. Change trucks. I'm kind of debating now. Do I want to... Well, I can't sell it, unfortunately. I forgot. Hard mode. Can't sell trailers. I was going to say I could sell my trailer since it's empty now, but because I don't think I'll need it for the few things we have left to do. I have gas scattered over all over the place, really. Okay. More fuel. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay. Thank you. All right. We'll get our all-wheel drive on here anyway. Should be all we need for now. Okay. Around this corner here. Let's go. Come on. So, when I get to the logging station over there, if I deliver using my Fleet Star, it's going to take them off of my truck. I don't want that. I want it to take the trailer bags. So, we have the Western Star sitting at the log station, exactly where we're going with this. I'm going to detach the trailer and make that delivery with the Fleet Star. Or not the Fleet Star, the Western Star. That way I can take just the truck and not have to drag the trailer into Island Lake. There is a shortcut right there. And I haven't showed you guys that in the video, I don't think. Yeah, I've never done it in this gameplay. So, you can obviously go all the way out and around like that. But you can also cut down and right here, drive through the river, straight across. And I do have 51 gallons of gas, so I don't necessarily need to go through the gas station there at the moment. Especially since I have more fuel just inside of Island Lake. So I think we'll go ahead and do it. We'll show you this little shortcut here. Come on, really? I just got myself stuck. Good job. Probably should have thought of that. Oh. Okay. Yep. All right. So, anyway, that's where the crossing is, but obviously I can't get across it with this current load, so. Back up the hill we go, I guess. Darn it. The Tatterin 681 can pull a trailer full of cement and a load of cement through there. I know because I've done it. Oh well. We'll just have to go the long way. I did waste 9 gallons of gas doing that. 9 gallons. To go down to the river and come back up. Oh well. I have plenty of fuel. as far as the trailers all over the place. And actually, before I go to the next region, which will probably be Alaska, doesn't have to be, but it probably will be. I'm planning on taking as many as I need to service trailers and fuel tankers back to the garage to make sure that every single truck is repaired mechanically and refueled before I move them to the new region. And some of you may not see the point. It's just something I do. And my reasoning behind it is where those are going to be in the next region and how long before you find them can vary a lot. So why would you take a truck that's already damaged into a region where you don't know when and where you're going to repair it next? That's my thought. I always repair all of my trucks in the region I'm in before I move to the next region in hard mode. What? I wasn't stuck on anything. And I wasn't even spinning tires. I was just sitting there with my hand on the throttle, not going anywhere. Didn't even sound like my hand was on the throttle. Or my finger. But it was. It was all the way down. Come on. It's doing it again. Alright. Oh, bouncy. Alright, so. Carry on. Come on, get up there. All right. Island Lake. Where's my drop off? Over there. Okay. I want to look at something actually. Where is Flaming Barrels? The drop off's right there. Okay. I just wanted to look at that real quick. There's only 8 contests in Michigan. And there's 3 each on the original 2 maps. Drummond, or not Drummond, Smithfield Dam and Black River. And then there's 1 each for Island Lakes and Drummond Island. Contests are a really, really good way to inflate your levels in normal mode. Because the gold, like the gold completion, the best time for Flaming Barrels, it's 370 experience per run. And it's repeatable. Unlimited amount of times in normal mode. So it's entirely possible to max out your level and unlock all the parts for the DLC trucks and the really good trucks in without ever leaving Michigan. And I've seen people do it. Part of me wants to do each of the contests 3 times before I move on. But I really doubt you guys want to see that. I might record it just because if something really cool happens or if I get a really good time, maybe I'll throw it up there just to show you guys, you know, how I pulled it off. But I don't know. We'll see. It might take me a couple days to do that. So if I run them 3 times each, that's 24 runs. I don't know. It might take me a week before I can do another episode to get into the next region. Okay. Stop the engine here. We'll go over to Drummond Island. Jump in the Western Star. Don't flip over the trailer. You don't have a crane here. Okay. Yes, it attached. All right, so that is 2 of the 4 deliveries made. All right. Full tank of gas. I'm gonna take this all the way back to the quarry. I don't need to take the trailer down the quarry this time, just the truck. Although, yeah, I might as well take them both down. Because I do still need 4 more concrete. I just don't plan on delivering the last 2 yet. Come on. All right, onto the main road. No problem from here. Just get over there. All right, refuel one more time. Didn't really need a whole lot of fuel, but that's okay. Better safe than sorry. Okay, so we are back to Smithfield Dam. There's my empty fuel trailer. My scout's still got fuel. And it's roof rack fuel, so that's good. The Scout, the International Scout 800 specifically, is great for doing exactly that, scouting. You know, going to the watchtowers and the exploring aspect of the game. But that particular scout is not good at actually making deliveries. There are a few scouts that can actually be useful to make deliveries in this game. Unfortunately, in hard mode, I don't really have access to them yet, unless I want to buy them. And actually, several of them are DLCs. Like the Apache. The Apache's perfectly capable of delivering loads on a scout trailer. And so is the... what is it? The Transstar? That one can make deliveries on a scout trailer too. When it's fully upgraded, or when it's upgraded correctly, the Chevy, the Silverado, is capable of doing it, but that's kind of borderline. And then there's other scouts, like the Scout and the Hummer that you get in Alaska, that really are just scouts. They're not work scouts. They're not useful for delivering loads. They're just useful for getting into small spaces. The Jeeps are like that, and the Hummer. The Hummer is pretty much just an exploration scout. I almost feel sometimes like the Apache and the Fleet Star. And I did say almost. Are miscategorized. Like, they almost fit in better in the off-road truck category with all the little tiny Russian trucks. In some ways, I agree with them being scouts, but they're more than just scouts. They can be useful. And there are some of the big trucks that are useful for scouting. So why were those singled out? The Fleet Star, or not the Fleet Star, the Transstar and the Apache, to be left as scouts, where other ones that do other things weren't. Okay, so here we are back at the quarry. That was a big hit. That kind of makes me mad there. Kind of seems like an excessive amount of damage for the hit that I took. I've taken way less damage for way bigger hits. I do want to go down this way this time, because I kind of don't want to have to turn around. No. Up. That wasn't smart. That was all me, too. I screwed that up bad, didn't I? Okay. Oh, I saved it. I've used those rocks several times. So I wasn't really too worried when I drove up on there. But, well, when I drove out onto the rocks. Because I've done it so many times to get turned around right there. But that one leaned a little bit further than I was expecting it to. And I was looking at that ledge, trying to see where I could get back up it without tipping over. Because this truck doesn't have a super wide base. It's not the worst. It's not even close to the worst as far as track width. But it's not a great one either. So that lean kind of worried me for a minute. All right. At the top of the hill here. When we get up out of the hole. I don't know. Seems like a good place to stop. I could go deliver to the warehouse at the top of the hill. But unedited, this video is an hour and a half long already. And I know a lot of my videos have been fairly long. I haven't really had any complaints about the length of my videos. So maybe you guys like the longer ones. I know some of you do. I'm kind of torn. I could easily do this and end super order in one video. Easily. And then maybe I can do the comparison part once I'm finished there. And call that. I think I can do all of that in one video. And then maybe I'll run through a few of the tasks on hard mode after I do the comparison so that it's an even comparison. And then we'll move on. So anyways, that trailer eventually will be going to Black River. And the two on my truck need to go up to the warehouse. But again, we're at an hour and a half. So this kind of is a good place to leave it for this video. So I'm going to call it here. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. And feel free to subscribe to keep up with this or any of the other games that I'm posting. I hope to see you in the next video, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.